And we are on. It's Thursday. Let's turn this light off back there. How's that look? That looks a lot better. It's Thursday night, emerging from lockdown. This is Robert with Younger Than Last Year. How's your week been? So, it occurred to me a couple days ago. It's the middle of November, and before you know it, New Year's Eve is going to be here. And that's the time of year when people make New Year's resolutions. So before we get to that subject, let's do a little bit of energizing, moving, warm up, whatever you would like to call it. So let's move the camera. I'll move back here. So everybody stand up, follow along with me. Let's just start off with a regular old march, just like so. So here it is from the side. Look at how my arm swings from the shoulder. A lot of times people will just kind of do like this and bend at your elbow. Swing your arms like pendulums from the shoulder. Time it with your feet. If you want to go quicker, swing your arms a little faster. You don't need to swing your arms way up here. Chest height, an aggressive backswing. Keep your toes up. I like the straight armed march a lot of times, so it's long. Get my head up, my chest up, my eyes on the horizon. And a little faster now. So if you're sitting there watching this, get up. You do this for like a minute. Certainly not going to kill you. I've never seen it do that to anybody, at least. You don't need to lift your feet that high off the ground either. 5-6 inches. That's all you need. Okay, now another one that just gets your heart rate up and warms you up, the Superman. So you picture Superman in the comics, how they might draw him flying, right? Up, up, and away, right? So this just follows along with that kind of pose. Pull your elbow and your knee kind of, pull your right elbow down to your hip and lift your right knee. That's the easiest way to say it. Then switch to the other side. Right? This is the kind of thing you could have been doing all through lockdown. You can put in a little side stretch too, bend sideways a little. Here comes Brainiac. Gonna go stop him. Pull your arm, your elbow straight down, right? Boom, like this. Okay. Now, for the last thing, we will do a cross crawl, a big cross crawl. So, trying to get the arms long today. Get those shoulders and arms stretched out. So, all you do, march like this. You've seen me do this before. Kind of do your arms in sort of like a swimming stroke. Touch your opposite arm to your opposite side. Keep your eyes up, your head up. Slow down, stick it, stick it, stick it. Oh. We're going to stick the other side. Ready? Balance. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it. Losing your balance. And keep going. And good. Okay, so that gets heart rate up a little. Certainly got my body temperature up. So do that long enough, you'll start sweating. Many of you at least will. And you can hear my breath rate's elevated a little bit. So anyway, back to New Year's Eve. So that's going to be here before you know it. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. That means, I know you don't like to hear it, but that means Christmas is coming fast. And only a week after Christmas is New Year's Eve. right? Yep, New Year's Eve, where resolutions are made, tried, and often failed, mostly failed. In the world of health and fitness, yeah, there's a lot of good intentions at that time of year. But unlike, let's say you have a room in your house, your bedroom, and you've been in that house for years and years, and you're tired of the color in your bedroom. You decide, I need to paint this brand new color in my bedroom, something bright. My life has changed. I want something different. So in about 5-6 days, you get later, you have the bedroom painted. Looks great. You love it. Well, making a resolution to work on work on, or make better your health, your well-being, your fitness, all those things isn't just a week-long process, right? It's a lifetime thing. So to just suddenly start a resolution and think, well, I'm going to do this and I'm just going to start, it's going to magically change, and it doesn't right away, is a huge error if you've ever done that. But here's how New Year's resolutions typically go. But let's say December gets here, people might start thinking, well, New Year's is coming. I'm really unhappy with the weight I've put on, getting winded, just going up the stairs at work, let's say. I'm not eating well. I'm not looking so great. The other day I got out of the shower without any clothes on at all. I looked in the mirror and realized I'm not looking so good. And instead of freaking out, you say to yourself, so here's what happens sometimes. At least this is my scenario. So New Year's is coming. As soon as January 1st gets here, I'm going to start working on my health, my fitness, my well-being, whatever it is. Change my diet, change my eating habits, whatever it is. But already you've put yourself in the hole. Think about this. You see yourself right then, which is then. That's you. And you fast forward 30 days, 31 days later, whatever it is, to when you will start. Well, remember, like painting the bedroom, the time to start would be now, because it's a lifetime thing. It's not something you wait for and then you just snap your fingers and everything just changes, right? So then what happens? You start. Now, as you know, gym memberships are at a high that time of year, traditionally. And after the first 2 weeks to a month, many of those new memberships, the people have dropped off already, right? So what happens? Well, we have a lot of other things going on in our life, right? Survival mechanism. We got families, got to earn money. You got to cook, maybe you got to have dinner ready, or you got to go to the grocery store, or you got to do repairs around the house, or you have to get a new wardrobe because you got a new job, or your car breaks down, or on and on and on and on and on and on. You forget something, or you're having an argument with a friend of yours, all these things. And then we take this new thing, this so-called resolution, and pile it on top of all that, which is already kind of teetering and wobbling as it is, thinking you can just keep adding things and that's going to work. Well, when it comes to the important things in life, and let's face it, there's nothing too much more important than your well-being, your health, your fitness. Because if you ain't got that, well, just ask somebody who's really sick. They'll do anything to get their health back, right? I think you know what I'm talking about. The old saying, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything, is true, because all the other fancy, cool stuff that we have in this world is created by, run by, experienced by you. And if your health stinks, if you are tired, if you are overweight, if you're not looking good, feeling good, if you're crabby all the time, if your disposition is kind of blah, well, a lot of that stuff you're not going to be able to really partake in all that well, right? So all these things take place. So it's a lot. So the important things in life need time from you. They're supposed to be that way because that's the way they are made. That's the way they are designed. Your life, not just your life is a movement, right? From moment to moment. It's not just something where we take a stamp like getting your passport stamp, right? And that's good. If you want to think of the stamp, you should be getting a stamp every single second of your life, because life is a movement, right? And to try to carry things from 10 years ago or experiences you've had into today to say, well, I got to take care of myself and do these things, when you're doing it from thinking about things from 10 years ago. In other words, you're filtering things through what you already know. You're probably going to fail. So, the simple way to help get around all this: do a few exercises like I just showed you. I'm going to show you a couple things at the end. And I brought this up before. Maybe Dalton can throw these 3 things up on the screen as I say them, because he's got fast typing fingers. Just sit kind of relaxed, breathe a little. We'll do a breathing exercise in a second. And ask yourself 3 questions, and really take your time with them. Don't come up with the answers immediately, just off the cuff. Really stop and watch them. So the first question is, what am I doing? That can mean a lot of things. And don't get wise and say, well, I'm asking myself a question. This is broader than that. It's, what are you doing in your life? What are you doing? What is a typical, what are you filling your day up with, physically doing things and up here, right? So what are you doing? Don't move on to the next question until you've spent some time with this first one. Second, ask yourself, well, what works, right? So from those things you're saying, what am I doing? Well, what do I do with those things that actually works? And only you can really answer that question, right? And spend time with that and keep going back to these questions. Don't just do it once and think that that's going to solve all your things. This is really important life stuff. And then question 3, what doesn't? So what's not working, right? So ask yourself the 3 questions. What am I doing? What works? What doesn't? And then after you've asked yourself these questions after over the course of, let's say, a week, a lot, then you might even want to write them down. The things that don't work, then look at them as they are, and you just realize me telling you to just dump the things that don't work is not so easy. Like smoking cigarettes, not an easy thing to just say, well, I'm just going to stop doing that, right? You have to really see what leads up to it. And it does, in that instant that, let's say you reach for that cigarette, there's like a million beep, 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 signals going through that probably happen habitually that you don't even know. So you need to slow it down at those times. So you can start seeing, okay, that doesn't work. And now I see kind of the nature of it, right? Of what it is. I see it more clearly. I don't really need that. And then the things that are working, you stick with those. Then you make room, when you get rid of some of the things that don't work, for, let's say, improving your well-being, improving your fitness, improving your health. So I told you we were going to do a breathing exercise just to get your mind relaxed before you ask these questions. This is a three-part breathing process that Dr. Andrew Weil does. I use this often. It's really easy. First time you do it, like anything, it's new, but after you've done it 2 or 3 times, you'll get it. It really puts you in a kind of a clear headspace. And it goes like this. It's an inhale through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 7 counts. As you hold your breath, just relax your chest. Just let kind of the energy spread out. Then open your mouth a little bit, and for a count of 8, just whoosh the air out with an exhale like this. For a count of 8. As soon as that's done, go right back to the inhale. We're going to repeat this 4 times, okay? So I really urge you to try this. It's very simple. Just try it. Then you'll know. Don't just poo-poo it without even trying it. It's breathing. You got to breathe anyway, right? So here we go. Let's start with the whoosh and empty out. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. And whoosh for 8. Repeat. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. That's 2. 2 more. Inhale. I'm not going to talk now. Let's just do it. Inhale. I feel a little more at a different place up here. Can't describe it. You just have to try it. Then ask yourself those questions. What am I doing? You need to slow down sometimes. Slow this what do they call it? Bee's nest, this beehive down where everything's going a million miles an hour. Slow it down so you can think. This is your life, right? And New Year's is going to come and go, and then you'll spend time waiting for the next New Year's, and then that's going to come and go. You wait for the next one. Don't spend your life like that. Find out and spend some time asking yourself these questions. Find out more about what you are. Not who you are, whatever image you built of yourself, or what you think you are, to how you appear to other people, or any of that. Just ask yourself, what am I doing? What works? What doesn't? And you can apply that to anything, not just younger than last year and your own health, your own fitness, your own well-being, and all that. So that to me is worth its weight in gold. So I'll just, my own opinion, I don't like New Year's resolutions very much. I don't really see the point of them. If you decide you need to make a change, then just get started. Don't wait till New Year's, or don't wait till any day. I remember reading, I'll just finish with this. I remember reading some liner notes. Vernon Oxford was the country singer's name. He was a lower tier guy, but he was really good. And there's a big booklet, liner notes. Actually, it's a booklet that comes. There was a box set, and there was a part in his life where he said he had been drinking too much, and he had decided, I guess, he was going to stop drinking. But before he did, he said, "But first, I'm going to finish this 6-pack I just bought." And he finished it. But to his credit, after that, he did supposedly stop drinking. You don't need to do it like that. You can just get started. Part of getting started is you can do the breathing or not. I recommend you do it first. And start asking yourself those 3 questions several times during a week. Not just once, not just twice, every day, at least every day. Do it once or throughout your days. Just keep asking. If you're sitting in traffic, do the breathing, ask yourself some questions. Let's face it. You're sitting in traffic, stressful enough. The breathing exercises might actually help. So I'm going to do something here that you don't have to follow along, but I did this yesterday on Facebook. Somebody put up a picture of me doing it. So I'll try it here on this mat. Right, a headstand. Here we go. Am I crooked? Yeah. Here we go. Crooked. Here we go. Straight. And a headstand. And let's you and I do one thing each day to be younger than we were last year. I'll see you next time. Take care.